Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked around and realized that you don't really have anyone you can call a true friend? Not because you're unlikable, not because you don't care, but because somewhere along the way, people just stopped understanding you. You see, we live in a world that glorifies popularity, likes, followers, social circles. But here's a truth that psychology rarely talks about. Sometimes, the people who walk alone are the ones with the deepest hearts, the sharpest minds, and the rarest souls. Because not having friends doesn't always mean loneliness. Sometimes, it means evolution.so. If you often find yourself distant from others, stay till the end. Because in this video, we'll uncover 3 rare personality traits that people who don't have friends usually share. And trust me, by the end, you might just realize that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You might just be built differently. Number 1. The first trait. Deep thinkers with emotional depths. Psychologists say that people who often prefer solitude usually have something in common. They think deeper than most people feel. When you ask them how they're doing, they don't just say, "I'm fine." They've probably already spent hours thinking about why they feel the way they do. They notice everything. The tone in your voice, the hesitation in your smile, the silence between your words. They don't crave shallow small talk. They crave understanding. But in today's world, deep thinkers often feel invisible because everyone's too busy talking, and very few are listening. So they retreat, not out of bitterness, but because their mind becomes their home and their heart becomes their best friend. Psychology calls this high emotional intelligence with low social engagement. It's rare and it's powerful because while others chase attention, they chase meaning, and maybe, just maybe, that's why they're misunderstood. Number 2. The second trait. Authentic to the core. Here's something psychology found fascinating. People who don't have many friends are often the most authentic individuals you'll ever meet. They don't know how to wear masks. They don't know how to fake a smile when they're breaking inside. They don't know how to pretend to like people just to fit in. And that's their greatest curse and their greatest strength. They would rather have one real connection than 100 fake ones. They value truth over popularity, peace over parties, and solitude over superficiality. But the world doesn't always reward honesty. It rewards performance. So, the authentic ones slowly drift away, not because they can't find people, but because they refuse to become people they're not. And if that's you, remember this. Your silence doesn't make you cold. Your distance doesn't make you broken. It just means your soul refuses to settle for less than real. Number 3. The third trait. Independent minds and unshakable strength. The third rare trait, independence. When you've spent time alone, you learn something most people never do: how to rely on yourself. People who don't have friends often develop extraordinary levels of emotional resilience. They've faced silence and turned it into strength. They've faced rejection and turned it into self-acceptance. That they've learned how to pick themselves up when no one else did. Psychologists say solitude strengthens your internal locus of control, meaning your happiness depends on you, not others. These people become their own motivators, their own healers, their own home. They may not have a crowd around them, but they have peace within them. And that peace, that's something no one can take away. So, if you're walking alone, understand this. You're not lost, that you're growing. Sometimes, people will call you distant. They'll say, "You've changed." They'll say you've become too quiet. But here's the truth. You're not quiet because you have nothing to say. You're quiet because you finally realized. Not everyone deserves to hear your thoughts. That you're not alone, because you can't make friends. That you're alone because your energy doesn't match with ordinary. So, don't let the world make you feel small for walking your path alone. Because people like you, the deep thinkers, the authentic souls, the independent hearts, you're not missing out on the crowd. The crowd is missing out on you. If this spoke to your heart, hit that like button, share this video with someone who feels misunderstood, and remember, solitude isn't emptiness. It's self-discovery. Stay strong, stay real, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for more psychology and life-changing truths every week.